Searching for the best states to buy property in the United States has become more challenging nowadays. With rising home prices and ever-changing market shifts, finding a place that checks all your boxes is more important than ever. So in this video, we've distilled several factors to give you a clear ranking for the best places to buy property in the US. Each of these states meets essential benchmarks, from reasonable property prices and healthy appreciation potential to tax structures that favor buyers and owners alike. But value isn't determined by price alone. We've also considered rental yields, economic stability, safety, climate, and exposure to natural disasters, ensuring every option reflects long-term viability as much as short-term opportunity. All of the featured states stand out for their balance between affordability and opportunity. Therefore, it is alluring to both the first-time homebuyers and savvy investors seeking growth. But in the end, it comes down to one's personal preference, as purchasing property is more than a financial transaction. It's a life-altering decision that influences your wealth, stability, and sense of belonging for years to come. So with that, here are the best states to buy property in 2026. Number 12, Minnesota. The North Star State has a magnetic pull. Whether you're drawn to the buzz of Minneapolis or prefer the charm of its quiet small towns, the real estate market in Minnesota is buoyant. Homes in the Twin Cities metro area have historically appreciated around 5% annually. Mortgage interest and property taxes are often tax-deductible, giving homeowners significant tax savings, especially in the early years of their loan. Currently, the annual effective property tax in Minnesota is around 1%, and the current median home price is estimated to be around $354,000, which is almost 30% lower than the national average. Thanks to strong school districts, expanding job markets, and a high quality of life, more families and professionals are planting roots in Minnesota. Another significant advantage is that the year-on-year growth rate of Minnesota is one of the highest, clocking at around 6.9%. Number 11, Virginia. From the rolling Blue Ridge Mountains to the expansive Chesapeake Bay, the state of Virginia not only offers a stable real estate investment, but also a high quality of life. One of Northern Virginia's greatest assets is its strategic location. Bordering the nation's capital, the region benefits immensely from its proximity to Washington, D.C. The consistent demand for housing from professionals working in D.C. and the surrounding job centers creates a level of market stability that most other metro areas simply can't match. It hosts a mix of rural and urban living with vibrant suburban communities and thriving metropolitan centers like Richmond, Arlington, and Virginia Beach. Prices vary widely by location, but as of 2025, median home price clocks at $434,000, while annual property tax is set at around 0.74%, which is well beneath the national average. Affordable buyers can still find attractive options, ranging from colonial-style homes in smaller towns like Roanoke or Lynchburg to modern condos in suburban hubs around Fairfax or Norfolk. Number 10, Pennsylvania. From the historic streets of Philadelphia to the scenic hills of Pittsburgh and the peaceful charm of small towns like Lancaster and Bethlehem, Pennsylvania's housing market caters to nearly every lifestyle and budget. The median home price across the state is around $283,000, significantly below the national average, making it an attractive option for both first-time buyers and seasoned investors seeking high value per dollar, while the effective property tax rate averages around 1.35%, which is higher than the U.S. average. This cost is offset by the state's low cost of living, affordable utilities, and moderate insurance rates, ultimately balancing overall expenses and maintaining accessibility for homeowners. Furthermore, Pennsylvania boasts one of the highest year-on-year appreciation rate in the country, with the recent one estimated to be around 7.5%. Additionally, the rental market remains solid, with consistent demand in urban centers and college towns, making buy-to-rent investments particularly profitable. The state's climate is temperate, with all 4 seasons clearly defined and without frequent exposure to hurricanes, wildfires, or earthquakes, enhancing its appeal for long-term residents. Number 9. Louisiana. Located on the Gulf of Mexico, Louisiana enjoys a subtropical climate characterized by hot, humid summers and mild winters. To many middle-class buyers, it is a more practical pick, all thanks to its low median prices, lenient property taxes, and affordable cost of living. The best places for value and steady rental demand include its cities of Baton Rouge, Shreveport, and Lafayette. The statewide median price sits roughly in the low to mid $200,000 range. Most sources show a figure of around $242,000, meaning a buyer can get substantially more house here than in most coastal or Sunbelt metros. That said, the state has real climate exposure. Coastal parishes face elevated hurricane and storm surge risk and growing flood vulnerability, so location matters. Inland suburbs and higher ground are safer and usually cheaper to insure. Beyond affordability, Louisiana's housing market also offers potential for long-term growth. While the state's home prices remain low compared to other parts of the country, the real estate market is seeing signs of growth, particularly in its urban areas. Number 8. Arkansas. Arkansas is yet another great pick for middle-income earners and first-time buyers looking for value, stability, and long-term growth potential. With a median home price hovering around $253,000, Arkansas remains far below the national average, offering spacious homes, generous lots, and even acreage at prices that would barely buy a small condo in major coastal states. Moreover, the annual effective property tax is just around 0.5%, and the recent year-on-year growth rate clocked at 5.4%. Northwest Arkansas, particularly Fayetteville, Bentonville, and Rogers, has evolved into an economic hub, blending affordability with modern infrastructure, cultural vitality, and top-tier amenities. Little Rock offers the feel of a growing metropolitan market, while smaller towns such as Hot Springs and Jonesboro provide affordable investment opportunities with high rental yields. Number 7. Tennessee. Situated in the upper southeastern United States, the state of Tennessee stretches from the Appalachian Mountains of North Carolina all the way to the borders of the Mississippi River. With a current population of around 6.8 million people, Tennessee is considered the 16th most populous state in the entire country. Its median home price is around $380,000, which is still well below the national average. Perhaps most appealing aspect is that Tennessee levies no state income tax on wages, and property taxes remain comparatively modest, averaging around 0.5%. This combination gives property owners a real financial edge, allowing for higher net returns on rental investments and greater long-term equity growth. Its cities like Nashville, Chattanooga, and Knoxville have seen steady appreciation driven by strong job markets, vibrant cultural scenes, and a steady influx of new residents relocating from high-cost states. Its climate is yet another selling point. Mild winters, warm summers, and relatively low exposure to extreme natural disasters make it a safe and comfortable choice year-round. Number 6, Alabama. The state of Alabama paints a picture of idyllic southern charm, beckoning with the warmth of hospitality and the allure of affordability. The real estate market here has shown steady appreciation, particularly in its growing metropolitan areas like Huntsville, Birmingham, Mobile, and Montgomery. With a median home price of around $280,000, Alabama remains far below the national average, making it one of the most accessible markets for first-time buyers, retirees, and investors alike. Its overall climate is mild for much of the year, with warm summers and short winters, but bear in mind the southern regions can experience occasional tropical storms. Plus, the state's infrastructure and building codes have improved significantly over the years, making property ownership here safer and more resilient than ever. Its annual property tax rate is also one of the lowest in the state, currently levied at only 0.38%. Number 5, Delaware. From the bustling city streets of Wilmington and the historic avenues of Dover, to fun-loving boardwalks at the beach and verdant fields and farmlands in the countryside, Delaware offers a diverse and vibrant lifestyle that holds appeal for everyone. The state's current median home price is around $352,000, and the annual property tax rate is 0.53%. For those drawn to lifestyle as much as investment, Delaware's coastal towns like Rehoboth Beach and Bethany Beach are perfect for beachside living. These areas are gaining traction as alternative vacation and second home destinations, boasting competitive rental returns during the summer months. Meanwhile, Newark and Wilmington cater to professionals and families. Home values in coastal Delaware have been rising at a healthy pace, strong enough to give buyers confidence, but not so fast that it feels out of reach. So, if you've been thinking about buying, 2026 offers a nice window. Demand is steady, prices are still approachable, and there's time to find the right fit without rushing. Number 4, Georgia. Aptly known as the Peach State, Georgia is the 24th most extensive state in terms of the land mass. But better yet, the state is densely populated and is considered the 8th most populous state. Therefore, there is a huge potential for rental property here. Its median home price is sitting around $366,000, which is attractively priced when compared to the national average, yet continues to show consistent year-over-year appreciation across both urban and suburban markets. The effective property tax rate averages at roughly 0.8%, while the absence of inheritance tax allows property owners to preserve and pass on wealth with ease. Its main city of Atlanta, the economic and cultural nerve center, continues to attract corporations, young professionals, and families from across the nation. In contrast to that, its city of Savannah showcases a distinctly historic charm with a thriving rental market driven by tourism and a growing creative economy. Number 3, Indiana. Known as the crossroads of America, Indiana has something to offer everyone, from the Midwest rural charm to thriving industries. It is an excellent state if affordability and a low barrier to entry are your goals. The state is also ranked as one of the most landlord-friendly, with low property tax rates and fast eviction timelines. Cities like Indianapolis are seeing significant investment in infrastructure and job creation, which signals sustainable long-term value appreciation. The median home price in Indiana sits around $250,000, a figure that remains well below the national average. The current effective property tax rate is roughly 0.75%, and there are no additional real estate transfer taxes. The ongoing costs of ownership remain modest. Cities such as Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, and Bloomington continue to attract young professionals, students, and families, sustaining a consistent demand for rentals. Combine that with an overall low cost of living, and you get a market that's both accessible and profitable at the same time, which is a rarity in today's real estate landscape. Number 2, South Carolina. Known for its sandy beaches, golf courses, historic landmarks, and welcoming culture, South Carolina, also known as the Palmetto State, has something for everyone. Median home prices in South Carolina hover around $380,000, comfortably below the national average. Yet, what truly makes the market stand out is its strong year-over-year appreciation, fueled by an influx of new residents from higher-cost states like New York, California, and Illinois. The tax environment adds another layer of appeal. South Carolina offers some of the lowest property taxes in the United States, averaging just 0.5%, along with favorable exemptions for primary residences and retirees. For anyone purchasing a second home or income property, these low holding costs can translate into substantial long-term savings, a rare advantage in today's tightening markets. The coastal lifestyle is another major draw. From the cobblestone charm of Charleston and the pristine beaches of Hilton Head Island to the family-friendly appeal of Myrtle Beach, Carolina's coastline offers a range of real estate options. From historic townhomes and beachfront condos to new-build suburban villas. Number 1, Kentucky. Kentucky is usually not the first state that comes to mind when you think about real estate investment. However, there are several logical advantages for those buying property in Kentucky. Firstly, the median home price sits at roughly $263,000, which is almost 42% lower than the national average. Cities like Louisville and Lexington have evolved into dynamic urban centers, anchored by universities, healthcare systems, and logistics industries. While smaller towns such as Bowling Green or Elizabethtown offer peaceful communities and vast land parcels at prices that are increasingly rare across the U.S. Then there's the matter of taxes. Kentucky keeps them refreshingly manageable. The current effective property tax rate hovers at around 0.77%. And the state's steady appreciation rates, often outperforming expectations, reflect not speculation, but genuine organic demand driven by internal migration and stable job growth. Equally compelling is the balance of lifestyle and security. Kentucky's four-season climate is comfortably moderate, free from the hurricanes, wildfires, or extreme winters that plague other regions. Thanks for watching. If you find this video informative, be sure to leave a like. If not, then leave a dislike, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content.